Thanks for joining me again as we look back at another great classic film. This is an Australian film that was brave enough to take on a difficult Indigenous story when this was unpopular and was faced with significant financial barriers. It beautifully highlights the parallel challenges of life in a small town, being a person of colour and growing up in poverty. It is written and directed by a multi-award winning director and contains incredible performances from actors who at the time were very new to the screen. It is The Fringe Dwellers from 1986. Adapted by Bruce Beresford from the 1961 novel of the same name by Nehm, it is a fictionalised account of what Nehm saw while her husband Frank was working with the Native Welfare Department in Carnarvon in the remote north of Western Australia. Nehm came to know several Aboriginal families living in a camp just outside Geraldton known as the Snake Pit, and the story is built around the people she met and what she saw of their lives. Beresford's interest in adapting this for film began in the mid-1970s after reading a copy of the book he bought at a second-hand bookshop in London. Funding was difficult to raise, but was eventually secured through the Australian Film Commission and Queensland Film Corporation. As a result, the film's setting was moved from Western Australia, the setting of the novel, to the adjacent towns of Cherbourg and Murgon in central Queensland. This was the first Australian film to feature Indigenous actors in all the major roles. Justine Saunders, who began her career in the theatre, appeared in a number of notable Australian TV shows such as Rush, Ben Hall, Number 96, Against the Wind and Prisoner, and had a minor role in The Chant of Jimmy Blacksmith before being cast as Chorlby's mother Molly. Kristina Nehm, on her screen debut, was cast as the central character Trilby, later going on to appear in a number of TV series, as well as working behind the camera as an assistant director and TV producer. After graduating from the Victorian College of the Arts, Kylie Belling was cast as Trilby's sister Nuna, going on to appear in a number of TV series as well as the feature film The Sapphires. Actor, playwright and activist Bob Maza was cast as Trilby's father Joe. Ernie Dingo, in his first feature film appearance, was cast as Trilby's boyfriend Phil. Ernie went on to numerous TV and film appearances, including in Blackfellas, Dead Heart, Brand New Day and 2 Crocodile Dundee films. And renowned Indigenous poet Oodgeroo Noonucal appears as Eva, billed under her birth name Kath Walker. The film references Aboriginal cultural icons through the context of education and cultural survival in white society. School lessons portrayed in the film include references to the poem The Boomerang by Aboriginal playwright and poet Jack Davis, artwork by Aboriginal artist Albert Namatjira, and the book Storm Boy, which tells the story of a young boy who raises an orphaned pelican chick with the help of his Indigenous friend Fingerbone Bill. Sue Milliken produced in what was the first of her collaborations with Bruce Beresford, which ended up including Black Robe, Paradise Road, Sydney, A Story of a City, and Ladies in Black. Shot in the adjacent small towns of Murgon and Cherbourg, the film captures the environment and the circumstances of the characters in a way that feels authentic. It's filled with humour as well as drama and prejudice, which at times feels very uncomfortable. This is effective in illustrating the historical and what is the ongoing disadvantage faced by Indigenous Australians, but also showcases their strengths, which include the bond they maintain and the resilience they have shown to survive. It was nominated for 7 AFI awards, including for Best Film, Best Director, Best Actress awards for Justine Saunders and Kylie Belling, winning for Best Adapted Screenplay. At the 1986 Cannes Film Festival, it was nominated for a Palme d'Or. Sadly, some Aboriginal activists who attended that screening walked out. It also screened at festivals in Toronto, Berlin, Montreal, Sundance and Gothenburg. Grossing only $175,000 at the Australian box office, the film was considered a financial failure, but due to its quality, its reputation has only grown over the years. Some viewers have admitted to being troubled by the scene where Trilby deliberately drops her baby onto the hospital floor and kills it. While this could be read as a racist depiction of how Aboriginals care for their kids, the source is the novel and the assertion that Nehm was aware of such an incident occurring. This invites the audience to consider causes more complex than race, from postnatal depression through to the impacts of poverty and discrimination. Lots of good reasons to watch this film, and as tough and as gritty as the story being told is, the film is compelling to watch because it portrays its story so honestly. All the performances are fabulous, and the real pity is that more of these actors didn't go on to more substantial screen careers. It's a film that is both sympathetic to the plight of the main characters and also makes you think and feel about a serious, tragic and ongoing issue. So, what I suggest you do is that you go to our website, find our virtual screenings page, find the link to this particular film, click on it and watch it, and as always, see what you think, and we'd invite you to come back, let us know your thoughts about the film and whether you recommend it for others as well. And then we're back in the not too distant future for our next classic films review. Catch you next time.